Renting a motorbike in Vietnam is actually really straightforward. The hardest part is just finding a reliable rental company, like Rentabike Vietnam. In this video, we'll walk you through the rental process step by step, what to check before you take the bike, and some common issues you should be aware of. That way, you can hit the road with confidence and peace of mind. Let's dive into it. So if you're going to be looking for a reliable firm, then obviously you need to check reviews on Google, Facebook, TripAdvisor, this kind of thing. And you need to check to see what reviews are actually genuine reviews written by genuine people. And also check out the company's socials because you want to see how active they are, and this can give them an air of credibility as well. The rental process itself is quite simple. First of all, you're going to come over, you're going to tell us what kind of bike it is that you want for your rental. We can help you to decide what bike works best for you. Then you're going to need to inspect the bike to make sure that it works just fine. We will insist that you take it for a short test drive just around the block, just to make sure that everything's working okay and there's nothing that worries you or that needs adjustment. A really good pre-rental inspection, you're going to check such things as the brakes, the tires, the chain, the horn, the engine, the mirrors. Make sure that all of these are in working order and they function properly. Then we'll do the paperwork and we'll sign a contract in duplicate so that you keep a copy of that. On that, we're going to ask you to list what you would like to leave as a deposit. We will accept either an original passport with your visa stamp in that or a cash deposit. Now, the cash deposit depends on the bike. It's usually 500 US or 1,000 US or equivalent in any real currency. Once the paperwork is done, the inspection is done, feel free to take a video as well so that you don't want to argue about any scratches or any minor breakages that might be on the bike. Once you've checked the bike over, you're happy with it and that it functions correctly, you've done all the paperwork, and you might have also asked us about your route, where you want to go and stay, and we can also advise you on that. Then off you go. The world's your oyster. Motorbike rental companies in Asia get a lot of bad press because of scams. And to be honest, I don't really understand why any business would take part in any of these scams that I'm going to outline. To us, it just seems crazy that you're going to damage your reputation as a reliable, honest, transparent firm for some short-term gain. But there are scams out there. I've heard about them, and other firms maybe take part in them. So here are the ones that I've heard about. First of all, we've got the pre-existing damage scam. And that really is simply where something is already broken on the bike when you take it, before you have begun your rental from the previous renter. And then when you return the bike, the company will claim that you broke it and that you need to pay for damages. Honestly, they probably have got the damages off the person before, and so therefore you shouldn't need to pay. To avoid this, it's really simple. Take a video, take a photo. We allow you to note on the contract that, there was a scratch on the wing of the front right-hand side. And then we're not going to charge you for any of that pre-existing damage. I've also heard of the passport holding scam, where if you leave your passport as a deposit, then the rental firm will choose not to return your passport to you, claiming that there's some damage or some issue with the rental and they need you to pay a fee for such damage or that problem, and only then will they return your passport. The way to avoid this is to not leave your passport as a deposit and to leave a cash deposit. However, at Rentabike, we've never refused to return anyone's passport. We understand that it belongs to them. I can also think of the bait and switch scam, where a firm will advertise a really good bike, maybe a new model, or maybe a really low price for a bike. And then when you get to the shop, they'll say, "Oh, sorry, that's just gone out the door," or "Oh no, that one's not available, but we've got this other one." And then they try and switch you and to get you to take the product that they've had all along, whereas they've been advertising a product that they just don't have. Needless to say, this isn't something that we do. We are very transparent with our prices. However, you do need to understand that availability is fluid, and if you ask us if we have a bike today and you don't come in and you don't book it or you don't leave a deposit for that bike and then you come in tomorrow, that bike may not still be there. So to counter this, it's really quite simple that you would just contact us just before you're going to come to the shop, or you would pay the deposit in order to hold the bike, and therefore we would guarantee to have that bike available for you. Also, we've got the GPS tracker scam, and that is where there's a GPS tracker on the bike so that the rental firm know exactly where the bike is, and they can then at any time with the keys come, take the bike, claim that it's been stolen, and then ask you for damages. I think that this is an absolutely crazy thing for any firm to do, because that would just damage their reputation, and nowadays, what with the internet, that bad reputation would soon spread and they would lose all their business. However, one way to counter this would be to have a lock on the bike, or to park it in places where there is a guard and you have a ticket, and therefore it's secure. Even the rental firm can't take the bike. And the last scam I can think of is the overinflated repair cost scam. And if you do damage something on the bike, you are liable for paying for that to be repaired or replaced. And the rental firm might wish to charge you more, double, triple the actual cost of the repair. To combat this, it's really quite easy. At Rentabike Vietnam, we ask for like replacement of parts, because our bikes are all original and they have original parts. So therefore, when a part is broken, we simply get the original part and we replace it. Yes, these are more expensive than cheap Chinese copies, but we want original parts that are reliable, because that's what's on our bikes. This also impacts the next renter, because we want to have a quality product and a quality part so that that bike is reliable for every renter that takes it after it's been damaged. So now you know how to rent a bike here and what to watch out for to avoid scams. Keep these things in mind and you'll have a smooth ride. Don't forget to subscribe for more travel guides around Vietnam, and I'll see you in the next video.